consumers and on housing or affordability and putting the economy at risk. Yes or no? You don't have to explain.
Representative Waters,
Will you be the voice? Will you be the voice? Will you be the voice? Will you be the voice of reason? Will you be the voice of reason?
A study
yes or
from
no?
Wharton University
Reclaiming my
has
time.
shown
Reclaiming my time. Reclaiming my time.
Was a mass
Reclaiming my
unfettered
time.
immigration.
Mr. Chair, will you
let
let
in
him know
between 10
that
and
when I
20
ask
million
him time
immigrants,
Time does
took
belong
up
to
the
the
housing
gentlewoman
stock.
from California.
10 and 20 million immigrants
Can you
took
shut
up the
him up?
housing stock of working Americans. And can you maintain some level of dignity?
Gentlelady's time has expired.
No, my time has not expired.
Time has expired.
No, my time has not expired.
Your time has expired. And the gentleman.
The gentleman took up my time. I think you should recognize that, Mr. Chair.
The gentlewoman's
He took
time
up
has
my
expired. The gentlewoman's time has
Well,
expired.
if you
Mr.
wanna
Chair,
put-
parliamentary
If you
inquiry.
want to protect him,
The chair
Mr.
recognizes the vice chairman of the
Mr.
committee,
Chair.
Mr.
If you want to
Heisinger.
protect
Parliamentary
him,
inquiry.
you go right ahead, but I would not expect you to do that.
Interesting, just talking about immigration, why we have immigration enforcement. It's not only to make America safer, of course it's doing that, but it's also to make America more affordable, CJ.
No, you're exactly right. When you have illegal aliens who are absolutely invading our country, taking up things like housing, it's driving up the cost of housing for American citizens in this country. We have an affordability crisis in many places in this country. Ironically enough, it's disproportionately in blue states and blue cities where most of these illegals go to for refuge because they know that these cities will not cooperate with ICE or the federal government that is eagerly trying to enforce immigration laws. That's actually driving citizens out of these cities because of how unaffordable it's become because of their soft on crime and soft on immigration policies. And so you're exactly right. This isn't just about making America safe again. It's about making America more affordable again. President Trump gets it. This White House gets it. It's exactly why they will not stop, regardless of how much, folks like the mayor of Minneapolis or the governor of California and Gavin Newsom try to stand in their way.
Still in the US and borders, Tom Homan has confirmed he's withdrawing 700 immigration and customs enforcement officers from Minneapolis, or ICE agents. This as lawmakers on Capitol Hill race to impose further limits on immigration agents right across the United States.
Effective immediately, we will draw down 700 people.
After arriving in Minneapolis just last week, President Trump's border czar, Tom Homan, is now so satisfied with the cooperation he's getting from local authorities that he's sending some federal agents home. He says the biggest change is local counties are now turning over jailed illegal immigrants to ICE instead of releasing them.
Arresting a public safety threat and the safety and security of a jail is the safest thing we could do.
Back in Washington, lawmakers have less than 10 days to reach a compromise on ICE reform, or the Department of Homeland Security will run out of funding.
We are not going to fund a rogue department with its unchecked agents and officers.
They want to abolish this agency, and I'm not going to participate in that.
DHS already agreed to issue body cameras to every agent in the field.
The president is supportive of this decision because we have nothing to hide.
But Democrats also want agents to stop wearing masks.
We know that these law enforcement officers are being targeted by crazy people. Why would we want to jeopardize their lives?
Sheriffs, local police, traffic cops, you don't see them with masks, do you?
A critical note here is that ICE is already largely funded through Trump's Big Beautiful Bill. So if DHS shuts down next week, ICE will continue to operate, but TSA, the Coast Guard, and FEMA will lack funding.
The other thing we can't lose sight of is you probably have in Minnesota, and it's worse in some places like California, $19 billion in fraud. And we're going to find out, we're very deep into that investigation, but we're not going to forget that. A lot of people think that a lot of this nonsense that's going on is to try and, hide what's going on with respect to the fraud. They have at least $19 billion. You're hearing 9. Now I'm hearing it's 19, and it's probably much more. So it's they talk about incompetence. I think it's not incompetence. I think it's just pure fraud. These are dishonest people. They're bad people. I think they hate our country, and we're going to get to the bottom of it. But don't let this hide the fact that you have tremendous fraud. And, if we find the fraud in this country, you'll have a balanced budget without even cutting anything. You'll literally have a balanced budget. Yeah, please.
Mr. President, in Colombia, are you planning to work with President Petro to fight guerrilla groups and terrorist organizations in Venezuela?
Well, they want me to do that, and we will. We're getting along very well in Venezuela with the leadership. Very, very well. We took in 50 million barrels of oil. It's right now heading to Houston. And we're getting along very well with them, but we're going to work with them, yes.
Mr. President, a few months ago you had in your office here Peter Mandelson, the British ambassador. You were shaking hands with him over a trade deal. He's today been forced to resign from the House of Lords, the upper house of the British Parliament, over his links to Jeffrey Epstein. Just wondered if you had any reaction to that, since obviously he was...
I didn't know about it, but I really don't know too much about it. I know who he is. It's too bad. Speaking of Epstein, I will say this. A reporter named Wolf and Epstein conspired. This just came out yesterday in the millions of pages of documents, how crazy this is. Conspired against me in order to fight like hell to make sure I lose the election. That's the only thing that was mentioned about me. Now, about Democrats, some really bad stuff. But about me, that Wolf, whoever Wolf is, he wrote a couple of books, and Epstein conspired against me. Did you know that, Mr. Senator? Did you know that? They conspired against me so I lose the election, or worse. So that takes care of Epstein as far as Trump is concerned, but you got a lot of Democrats out there that are very much involved with Epstein. But I'll be honest with you, you got to get back to running the country, too. Millions and millions every week. When Epstein was alive, nobody cared about him. When he's dead, they care about him. But it's really a Democrat problem. It's not a Republican, it's a Democrat problem. The only problem Republicans have is that we have to get back to, number one, running our country, and then number two, very importantly, letting the public know what a great job we're doing. We have the greatest economy in the history of the world. We have $18 trillion being spent. The record was $3 trillion many years ago, not by us, by another country. I won't say the country. Yeah, please.
Did you read those new files, Mr. President, that came out?
Have you been briefed on Savannah Guthrie's mom missing in Arizona?
I think it's terrible.
Would you commit to more federal agents, like helping out on the search?
Sure, I would. I'm going to call her later on. I think it's a terrible thing. I always got along very good with Savannah. Very unusual situation, but we're going to find out.